This episode of the Offroad Podcast is sponsored by Warren, Medical Gear Outfitters, and Colby Valve.
Off-Road Podcast, episode 342, Tent Talk with CVT.
Tonight, Aaron rotates his tires, Jeremy is boring, and Ben gets his head surfaced.
Welcome to the Off-Road Podcast, a podcast about everything off-road. We cover the news, review products, and interview people in the off-road industry. Your hosts tonight are Aaron, Jeremy, and my name is Ben, and also our guest is Bobby, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you're here this time. We're happy.
Yeah. So sorry. I'm sure they're sorry.
The weekend review is brought to you by Medical Gear Outfitters. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting to have a casualty on the trail? Check out medicalgearoutfitters.com to get straightened out. Medical Gear Outfitters has everything you need, whether you're going out for the day or traveling on a year-long expedition. Head over there to get off-road specific kits that meet all of your needs. And while you're there, make sure you use Off-Road Podcast for 10% off.
Well, since Jeremy was mall raided this week and didn't do anything, let's go to Ben.
Wow. Good job, Jeremy. Good job. Well, I wanted to jump back to Medical Gear Outfitters real quick. This last week for Scouts,
You broke your kid's bones.
no one got hurt.
Stepped in a hole.
Nope.
You burned yourself really bad.
Nope. Nobody got hurt.
You got run over?
Nope. Did not get run over. We were going over their first aid badge stuff. And they kind of need to go through all of it. And so guess what I pulled out?
I don't know, but I'm going to interrupt you one more time because apparently that's what we do here. A Facebook user says, "Hey guys, just caught up on all the episodes after quite a binge, and I'm here to say you guys owe Ben some apologies."
Wow.
I want to know what we owe Ben apologies for, but I'm open to it.
So, apologize, you bastards. But the kids needed to see a first aid kit and all that, so I pulled out the Medical Gear Outfitters one, and I showed all the kids, and it sounds like 2 or 3 of them are actually going to go buy that one. They're like, "Oh, you actually thought this out, Ben." So
nice.
Yeah, their dads are quite impressed. So it's always nice when
you actually thought something out.
Yep.
Bobby's just trying to get something to apologize for.
Yeah. So so I haven't done much. I cleaned the garage, but I made a call over to my buddy Scott, and he didn't answer the phone, but Tim did, and Tim said that he said that my head was going to be back today from getting resurfaced, and it only needed a quick resurface and a pressure test. So that means that a whole lot less needed done, and my bill's going to be a little less than the really high number I was expecting. So I'm happy for that because that could be really expensive.
So we got that snow camping trip coming up in just over a week and a half.
I'm going to have the 4Runner back in time.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
I'll break something. I'll break something else before then. Don't worry. I'm sure like my power steering will go out, or
You got 10 days.
It's not an adventure unless I break something, right?
Was that a dogfighting ring? Couldn't tell if that was something sliding around on a table or some dogs going at it.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to prop the phone up so I could get a better look at myself.
Outside of that, not much. It's been boring. So yeah. What about you, Aaron? What's new?
Wait.
I sold those struts that I was going to buy at work. So no icon suspension.
I thought they were coilovers. They were struts or coilovers?
They were coilovers, but I sold them to a customer. So I gotta figure out some new coilovers for the 4Runner. Not a big deal.
Leaf spring Go leaf
all the way
springs.
around. All the way
Just
around.
full leaf springs on the 4Runner.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll
Full
look
leaf.
good like that.
That's the new thing to do for swaps on 4Runners is leaf spring swaps.
Leaf springs from my IFS
Exactly.
and coils in the rear. Just go back a few generations. It'll be great. Solid.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you, Aaron? What's new, buddy?
I got those tires installed off my camp trailer onto my Frontier. They're my old KM2s from way back in the day. So they're like 3 tire ago takeoffs from my Frontier that have just been on my camp trailer. They're 33, so they're the same size as my truck. I just got to get by until I get these new wheels, so then I can confirm that the wheels fit before I buy new tires. So they'll get me through the snow trip, and I'm not driving my truck for anything else. So they'll get me through the snow trip. That's good. The bad news is once I got home after putting them on, saw this little doodad in the sidewall. So for those listening on the audio, it's got probably like a 5-inch long dry rot crack on the sidewall. So
Right by the bead.
right by the bead, and it's on a steer tire too. If it was on a rear tire, I would probably send it and just roll with it, because if you get a flat on the back, it's not as crazy as a flat in your steer tire. So
rotate it.
well, if
So
I'm going to do the work to rotate it off, I'm just going to put a less treaded tire on in its place. So I'll pick the best of the worst tires that I took off and throw it back on there. So
The best of the worst.
exactly. Someone says to put some Flex Seal on there or Super Glue.
There you go. Full send. It'll work.
Yep. Besides that, the same day, I also got some hood struts installed on my pickup truck. My wife bought me some hood struts. So the Frontier just comes with one of those prop bars. And for some reason, Nissan made those prop bars really short. So the hood struts actually give you 5 more inches of clearance. But because I can't leave anything alone, like 6 or 7 years ago, I actually cut my hood prop bar, and I added like 3 inches or something to it, 3 or 4 inches, and I was getting even more opening out of my hood than the hood struts actually gave me. So I actually lost an inch with the hood struts, but that's okay. I never have to prop up my hood again. They just come up and go back down. It's sweet.
So are you gonna leave the prop on there in case they go out? Because I know, like on the Expedition, like the struts are going out, and so I get smacked in the head every now and then.
Well, number one, you need it. No, I can't leave it in there because the hood struts are in the exact same spot as where the prop bar goes and clamps in, so I had to completely remove it. So yeah.
Plus, I think by the time those hood struts start going out, Aaron might be in a Jeep.
Bronco. But probably, we'll see. It depends on how the Broncos do at King of the Hammers. We'll have to find out.
Looks like they're doing pretty good.
Bronco.
So yeah, that's all I've been up to.
The other article in the news section, Jeep is striking back.
Yeah, it looks like it. Does it come in teal? Bobby, let's save the news. Bobby, have you done anything off-road in the past day or two? Off-road related? You go wheeling or anything?
Yeah, actually, we kind of did a little bit today, but I haven't had a huge opportunity to be able to get on wheel much. I mean, I just got my Gladiator back, got it all loaded with some gear and ready to go out. I mean, I was just looking at it and just realized that thing is hammered from being over at Hurricane, Moab, and everywhere I've taken that thing. It's just hammered. But it's a good rig. I enjoy that Gladiator. That's a comfortable rig. I love my Tacoma, but my Tacoma is only great off-road. It sucks driving down the highway. But that Gladiator is like a cross between the Tacoma and the F350. So I enjoy how comfortable that is and where it gets me.
I'm surprised to hear that, because usually you hear about Jeeps not having good highway manners or something, but maybe the JL fixed that.
Well, I got the funny thing is I got all my sway disconnects undone because I broke one. And so going down the road, it's like you're on a rut the whole time, right? Just swinging it back and forth. But it's funny as crap. But I enjoy that truck. I really, truly enjoy that truck. Yeah. We got a few other vehicles we just picked up. We got a Banderante and a Troopy. So we're going to be taking those out here pretty quick also.
What was the first thing you said?
Banderante. So it's from Brazil.
Yeah, it must be.
So it's the version carried on after Toyota stopped making it, right? So you got 4 doors, extended 2 doors, everything like FJ40, FJ45 type of stuff. Okay. But it doesn't have the quality in some cases. Like you might have a shackle welded crooked. The welding sometimes sucks. Sometimes things don't line up. But, we got lifts and wheels and tires on these things and getting them going, and pretty excited. Hopefully take them to a few shows this year.
Gotcha. Real quick in the comments, Facebook user says, if Aaron recalls, I'm the guy who plasmaed his trailer back in the day. So I think your name is Joseph. For some reason, when you're in our Facebook fans page, it never shows your name. But if you're on our regular Facebook page, or if you're on the YouTubes, it tells us your name. So that's why I couldn't tell who you were. And it doesn't have a picture. So it says that you just picked up a Gladiator on 38. So that's pretty sweet. And he's curious about the snow on the Forest Service roads out in Randall. So we're heading out there in 10 days, Joseph. So if I remember, I'll try to hit you up. Otherwise, if you listen in the following Monday, so in 2 weeks, we'll do a recap. So check back on that. You'll hear a recap on if the snow's any good out there or not.
I got 40s on my JT, and I love that thing, man. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I took a JL out, Scotia Jeep, as a matter of fact, and that thing was on 40s, and I went everywhere. And so I told myself, whenever I buy a Jeep, I will put it on 40s, because, it has like a 2.5-inch lift on 40s. I love that thing. It's nice and tucked.
Nice. Ooh, hey, check this out.
What is that?
It says hashtag CVT family on my wall.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's just my
I thought it was a fire extinguisher.
Yep, I always drink from a fire extinguisher.
Kind of does look like a fire extinguisher.
For a second, it did.
Hey guys, we're looking to reach more listeners. We're going to start reading Apple iTunes reviews on air. If you hear yours, send us a message with your address, and we'll send you an Off-Road Podcast sticker. You can find all of our social media by just searching our name. Now, go hit that subscribe button.
We also want to thank our sponsor, Patriot Patch. Head over to patriotpatch.co and check out their selection of great patches, shirts, cleaning mats, signs, and stickers. You can also join the Patch of the Month Club for $15 and receive a patch, matching sticker, and artist proof each month. Speaking of Patriot Patch, I've got the Patch of the Month right here for February. It showed up today. There's the artist proof and the sticker, of course. And it says, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Oh, that's a better one than mine. Yeah. It's a huge patch. If you look at this here, close that for a second. You can see it the side. I don't have little hands either.
Yes, you do.
Like our former president, apparently. No, I've got big hands. This is probably the longest patch I've gotten from Patriot Patch. It's a sweet one. So yeah, happy to have that. Beyond that, they got some drops coming up this week. What was that, Bobby?
What the heck happened to Jeremy? Like, I was just sitting there and then he's gone. He's quick.
He probably fell down.
He's like a ninja.
So they got 4 different limited release. They're only making 100 of these, and they're going live tomorrow at noon Pacific, I think. So the first one says
noon, not Pacific. I thought it was Central.
Well, check it out. Go over to Patriot Patch, look it up, figure it out. First one is says you make my barrel overheat. I think it's an M240. What's the next one? There we go. This one's creepy though. I'm not sure if it's a Slavic guy.
It's a mask.
Yeah, he definitely has a mask on. It says, "I've always got your 6." So that's heartwarming to know someone's got your 6. I only have eyes for you. It's a set of quad nods. There's like $28,000 in that picture.
Wow.
And the last one says, "You make my powder wet." So,
And that's
it's a
with
pair of
some
dueling pistols and
dueling
flintlocks. Yeah.
Wait, but doesn't that imply that the shot doesn't go off if your powder gets wet?
Correct.
correct.
And we'll stop there.
Have tire troubles ever left you deflated? Colby Valve has got you covered. Ever have a valve stem leak? Colby Valve makes reusable and easily replaceable valve stems that don't require you to remove your tire from the wheel. They work with your off-road rig, ATV, side-by-side, commuter vehicle, or even your tractor. Never be left stranded again because of a busted valve stem. They also have a tire repair kit for those punctures that keep you away from doing your favorite thing, wheeling. Make sure to check out colbyvalve.com or ask for them at your local off-road products store.
Well, this week in the news, do we start off with? We'll start off with the Jeep one. So Jeep has come out with
let's build up to some good news.
Build up to some good news, yeah. So if you were thinking, man, I wish there were some more different packages for the Jeep Wrangler. Well, got some good news for you. So a new package has been announced. It's the Jeep Wrangler High Tide. So they kind of bill it as being good for driving in the sand on the beach and stuff like that. So it still comes with that 3.6 liter V6. It's got the Extreme Recon package. So with that, you get 35-inch tires and 17-inch beadlock capable wheels. So they don't come as beadlocks, but you can make them beadlock capable. A 1.5-inch suspension lift. They say a 4.56 rear axle ratio. I'm assuming the front axle is the same, but I don't know, old school.
Maybe it's only rear-wheel drive because it's for the beach.
No, I think it's still 4-wheel drive because it's Jeep. And so the other, I think probably the coolest thing is it comes with a Sunrider from the factory, which I mean, obviously you can just go buy a Sunrider, but it's got a body color matched hardtop with a Sunrider, which honestly is probably a good call for the beach.
How much is that going to cost?
About $50K. So $50,835 is your retail price.
And there's only 500 of them being made, huh?
No. There's more than 500 of them, but if you can make it down to Florida for Beach Week, they're going to be releasing 500 of them branded Beach in conjunction with Beach Week. So, if you're wanting to buy a special edition one, go ahead and drive down to Florida.
Limited edition.
Yeah, limited edition. Yes,
I'm starting to feel like this is almost like how the old Scouts were. You remember how like they'd have area specific, I can't say that word very well, limited trims. So like a beach branded beach one, it's like, okay, now in 20 years it's gonna be like, I've got this beach branded Jeep and I want $50,000 for it 20 years later.
And
other companies do that. Ram does that. They have like a Northwest edition of a truck, and Ford had a Amarillo, I think, version of a pickup truck that was like this bright yellow color. I think I've seen Toyota has a Pacific Northwest version of a truck. So they got packages like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to some good news, Jeremy. What kind of good news do you have for us?
Hey, that's good news to somebody.
Probably.
If you're, had your head buried in the sand, you must not have been out in Johnson Valley because you probably would have still heard it. But KOH was going on, and so we have some winners to talk about. So we're talking mainly about the Everyman Challenge. So Dan Fresh is the winner of the Everyman Challenge. So that's kind of 3 classes racing head to head for the ultimate winner. So he was racing out of the legendary class. But one of our really local guys, John Matthews, he won the modified class. And how much do you think he won by, Ben?
I don't know how much he won by.
Yeah, but now you got to guess. That's why I said, how much do you think?
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
I'm gonna say
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah.
Damn.
Thanks for letting me guess.
Oh, sorry, Aaron.
But
Because I was gonna guess 4 hours.
I really got to hand it to him. I mean, he's really pumped it up over the years. I want to say he's had like some bad luck out there on it, and then
He had some bad luck last year.
last year he had some really bad luck, but he's
Did he blow
podiumed.
an engine last year?
He might have. We might find out next week, though.
Travis liked the license plate on Matthew's rig, by the way.
Oh yeah, I liked his license plate too. It's quite.
Yeah.
If you're from Washington, you'll appreciate it.
You'll get it, but you got to go to the Facebook or the YouTube or the YouTube or somewhere that you can see the video to see what the license plate was.
Yeah.
To keep this family friendly, we can't say it out loud.
Yeah.
But I got to hand it to Matthews and the guy. Well, everyone that was out there, because it started as 13 friends out racing for a case of beer, to now it's its own city out in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Town.
Jim.
Town.
It's Hammer Town.
Well, it's a town now when people are there, but then it's a desert when nobody's there. Jim is saying, what do we think about the Pony Express Trail 4x4 that we're doing? I don't know anything about the Pony Express Trail. I had a race car team called Team Pony Express where we had a Ford Escort.
Are they asking you if you should do it or not?
I think that's what the question is.
There's a couple of videos out there of guys like even like I think Tacoma Beast did the Pony Express Trail with Ken Hoagland.
Yeah,
Hoagland Overland.
It is.
They enjoyed it.
It's out there in Utah. I just looked it up. And
Utah to California, correct?
It shows it.
He says it starts in
Las Vegas.
He says it starts in
Death
Joplin,
Valley. Yeah.
Missouri. I wonder if there's more than one Pony Express Trail.
Well, I'm sure there is.
Yeah, because I thought there was
Express was
something
big.
down. I thought there was something down in Texas as well, along the border. But I might be mixing up my trails that I don't know anything about.
In my opinion, do all the trails. That's the best way to do it.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah. Use the excuse. Send it. Hey, before we move on from our news, is there any way, Ben or Jeremy, you could quickly pull up that one video from King of Hammers and we can share it real quick?
Oh gosh,
is it in our Facebook group?
Yeah, it's in the Facebook group.
It's in the fans group. I shared it a couple days back.
Yep.
So
pulling it up.
It's
hold on.
There's the audio for it.
Yeah, there's the audio. So what you're going to see is a Bronco just absolutely destroying it, and this is Lauren Healey's Bronco.
It's coming. Just wait for it.
I've probably watched that about 100 times, and I have
do it again. Show it again.
I watched that a bunch yesterday.
So like he just drops off that ledge. His front suspension hits that second ledge. And it's probably like a 10-foot drop. And the
8 to 10 easy. Yeah.
The suspension rebounding just kicks the front tires up, and he just sends it and just barely skims the tires off that second ledge and just drops down to the bottom like nothing.
I like his comment for sharing the video. Didn't get the goal, but think my 4400 class at Ford Bronco stole the show in qualifying. Yes, it did.
Yeah, it was just it's an insane video.
Definitely. And it looks like they went out there and had fun sending it.
Crankshaft Culture says it's like watching an RC car, and that was the very first half of that video. I thought I was watching an RC car before I realized that it was very real. And then I watched it about 10 times. And then a couple hours later, I saw it from a different angle and I watched that one for another 10 times. It's just like, it's just amazing that somebody has been able to tune a chassis that well that it just soaked up that fall.
Seriously.
I'm gonna bet that was more than 20 feet from the top to the very bottom where he finally was on non-ledged ground again. So that was amazing.
Go prepared with Warren Industries. They produced the first recreational winch in 1959 and lead the industry with their dedication to quality and reliability. When you dig yourself in deep, make sure you have the right tools to get yourself out. Get Warren equipped and go where others can't. Now, let's get ready for adventure and head into our main topic.
Why was that Jeep being pulled?
Oh, it doesn't look. Oh my God, that was on our trip down to Tillamook State Forest, and so that was coming up 7 Up. So I don't know if you've ever gone and wheeled down up 7 Up. It definitely flattened it out. It looks a lot flatter.
He was on bald
than it was
tires.
in real
It's
life.
okay.
No, I was on Toyo, so about the same thing. But no, I'm just
Wow.
kidding. No, it was a pretty steep incline, and we had to winch. We had to go like, I think 3 winch lines to make it to
Who
the
was
top
driving
of
the
hill.
Jeep?
That was mine.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed for you.
I know.
Oh man.
We need you on more often, Bobby.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said we need you on more often, Bobby.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Well, somebody want to introduce our guests since we're now on the main topic?
Mine as well.
You guys want to? You want me to? It's
No,
brought
no.
to you by Del Taco. Get your
Del
Fiesta
Taco?
pack today.
Wait,
I'm
did they
just
rip that off
kidding.
from Taco Bell?
What's that?
Did they rip that off from Taco Bell?
I don't even know. We just dropped by the day. I bought some food for the guys so they could have it on their way up to the mountain.
Who did it first? That's what we want to know, listeners. That looks oddly like the taco pack or whatever they call theirs.
All right.
Taco Bell.
So tonight we've got our good friend Bobby from CVT Tents. You've heard him once or twice, or maybe even 3 times here on the Off-Road Podcast. If you haven't, I would recommend going back and listening to those interviews because I know Jeremy went and bought a tent because of the first interview.
That's what I was going to say. At
Yep.
least one of the hosts bought a tent because of an interview that before he was a host.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
So, Bobby's back.
I don't know if I should be on camera, man, because I want to cry right now. That's crazy.
No,
That was
Emotional damage.
Wow, that was good, Bobby. That was good. I remember you calling me shortly after that episode released and telling me that someone came in and bought a tent after that interview too.
Yeah.
So
hey, Facebook user, there's no name.
Yeah.
So Bobby's on. We've got a lot to catch up on, and so let's start off with have you recently released any new tents, and are there any new tents in the works?
So we just came out with our new Mount Thilson, and the problem with it is once it got landed, adding up all the costs because shipping. I don't know if you guys know, but what used to cost us $4,500 now costs us $25,000+, right? So when we got that in and we added up what we had to make, and I'm just like, oh my God, we can't sell these, because how are you going to put a $5,000 price tag on a tent, right? That's really, really hard. So I haven't put them online. We have sold some. I've done a discount on them to get them around $39.99 instead of $49. And people love it, though. I mean, you can probably go on Instagram and see them. There's black and red ones. One guy has the annex on them. We have green and black. They are a great quality tent. Fabric's good and heavy. And it's a great tent. We do have another one coming in that's kind of the Thilson 2, so to speak, but it will be kind of like our Mount Hoods, and it'll be a little bit thicker, but it will be a side opening clamshell that folds out to the side. So we'll have that in probably 2 to 3 sizes. And then the last one that we have coming right now is our new Mount St. Helens. It's an aluminum. I haven't even told anybody this, so you guys are the first for all this. But we do have our new aluminum Mount St. Helens coming in. We got rid of the ABS, and now it's aluminum, has a roof rack, pops straight up. So we're pretty excited about that. Comes with your shoe bags, netting, interior. I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast I forget some things. But what's the interior wall? Oh my gosh, insulated walls. I'm so sorry. So we do have some great products coming in, and that's all going to be here within the next couple months. And the new Mount St. Helens will actually be in the same sizes as the Mount Hood. So we'll have a 50-inch, a 56-inch, and a 60-inch. So we're pretty excited about that. We do have a new size of soft shell coming in, which will come in around 62 inches, which will fit all those Tacoma beds much better, right? It's a soft shell. And then we do have the hard shells that are going to range from about 62 to 70 plus inches. So the new Mount St. Helens tents will blow your top. Thanks, man. So pretty excited about all the new tents coming in. Been waiting. Oh, and the other thing, we have our new 180 and new 270 awnings that are going to come out freestanding. They do come with legs just in case, windy, to put your guide ropes down and do all that. So we have a lot of great products coming in this year. And then I'll let you go ahead and we'll talk about more of them when you ask me a couple other questions.
What does what does an awning cost? A freestanding awning cost? The most expensive 270. What does it cost?
I'm hoping it's going to come in right around $800-900.
Wow, that's very, very, very cheap.
Well, if you know us at all, we want to make it so people can afford stuff. And yes, I do know that some things are going to cost a bit. It's just because of everything added in.
That's awesome. We've got one user here. I'm pretty sure this is Coy because I know what the Black Butte tent is, but he says make the Black Butte tent great again.
We are going to we're working on that Black Butte again. It probably will have exterior pulls this time versus the interior pulls. Give you a little bit more room and a little easier to open and close. It's still on the books. It's still being worked on. I have a lot of things that we don't even bring to the market, but a lot of people have them because they come in and they're like, oh man, I want that tent. And then you sell your prototype, right? So
gotcha.
You got to bring them in to see what you want. And then you make all your changes from there, right? You can only do so much until you see them in person. And that's one thing that kind of really hindered us in the last couple of years is we couldn't go to China to check quality before it left, right? And it kind of bit us in the butt a little bit, but we've recovered from it. Like, we always do. Things are going to happen because you never know what someone is going through that day. You just don't. And I'm not going to get upset as long as we get stuff fixed because you never know if it's a death, if it's, someone's divorce or whatever it might be. You just be humble, right? And just know that once it gets fixed, you can keep moving on.
The kids
we had one factory we had to let go of because they couldn't get it right. So we had to let them go. So right now we have 8 factories that we get products from, tents and awnings.
8 factories. I read on the internet that every rooftop tent comes from one factory.
I know. I apologize. I am a liar now. So it is really one factory, and it's really big. It's really, really big because it has Europe's tents, Canada's tents, America's tents, South America's tents. It's crazy how big this is. So, when you walk into an Amazon at 1 million feet, think what it's like to have 50 billion square foot building.
Is there like 8 different kids? Is that what it is?
Whoa. That was something when I went to China, I kept thinking, oh man, this is going to suck. If I see a kid in there, I'm going to get sick to my stomach. And so as soon as I walk in, they're actually treated extremely well. Like they get lunches, they get places they have lodging for them because most of them don't live in that town. So when the Chinese New Year comes, like what just happened, they're 2 days by train to get home, right? So that's why they make it so long. But I was extremely impressed with all the factories, how well they took care of the employees. What's
This
so funny?
comment says all the tent factories come from the same tent factory though. Yeah.
Well, at least it's proper, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby, what's currently your best-selling tent?
Actually, right now, the Mount Hood. The Mount Hood's probably been our biggest seller for probably a year and a half now. We made the double channel on it. It's funny because, my wife's always, she's like, we should patent this and we should patent that. And I'm like, no. We just keep doing this because, there's a lot of those aluminum tents out right now and they're single channel. And some of them don't have the quality that others do. They just don't. And we've had to go through a little bit with some of them, figuring out rivets, sealing. We've had a few of them leak. I mean, it's just the way it is. Replace them, get them taken care of. So we got rid of rivets. We did different gluing, different seal, just different stuff like that, just to work on everything. But the Mount Hood by far is our biggest selling tent right now. And we added the double channel, so then you can keep your sleeping bags, your pillows, and everything inside. Because when my wife and I went on a trip from, Four Corners to Zion, we slept in the prototype. And, it had, it got a little condensation inside, a little tight. So we added carpet to the ceiling, condensation mat, just a bunch of different things to it. But I know it's not a big deal, but to a lot of people, taking a sleeping bag out and the pillows and putting it in the vehicle is huge. They don't want to, right? And it's so nice just to climb up there and get in and go to sleep. But that's the tent right there. Yep.
We
have crossbars come with it. It comes with shoe bags. It comes with, ceiling netting, carpet, condensation mat, mattress, shoe bags, extended awning over the back door. If you look at some of the competitors out there, they have it's shorter. So as you sit there, you can get rained on. You know what I mean? So we extended that out there. And then again, like I said, we did the double channel. So then it also, for a new 180 and 270 awnings, you'll be able to have more to grab to on that double channel. So it's just a dual extrusion on the bottom.
That's what was going to be my question. What is the double channel? So that's the base.
Yeah, if you look at the very bottom of that photo, you'll see two channels.
Yeah.
The top has one.
Okay.
But again, it's using your product and changing the way it is to make it fit for our needs, right? Because I mean, let's be honest, we're all lazy. We want everything to be quick. So
most things.
Most things.
So I have
and that actually works out just fine for both my wife and I too, just so you know.
Good. Are you going to bring swags back? I think we ask this every time you come on. Are swags ever going to happen again? Or are they just not popular for America?
It's, we brought them in and they just weren't hugely popular. Ours had a mattress in it. So when you rolled it up, it had a nice little mattress in it. I know Mountain Hatch has brought some in. They seem to be selling some. They're the ones that make the cutting board for your rear tailgate.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good. They're good brothers over there. Good brothers.
Okay.
Aaron, we know who to hit up now.
Yeah. I still want to try a swag.
Same here. Tell them you sent us, Bobby.
Yeah, just tell them I sent. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
They're lovely ladies, guys. I mean, lovely guys.
We'll let them know.
Tell them that.
So, with the Vegas store now up off the ground, because I think last time it wasn't even open. You were actually recording in the warehouse.
Well, he was camping in the warehouse.
Yep.
Right.
Have you got more time to get out and spend times with customers and your family and go to events?
No. I'll tell you what, it's taken a lot. You guys know that over the years I've traveled a ton, but this store in Vegas, what's it been now? Almost 2 years? At least over a year and a half. This store has been extremely busy. So, being here and then running back and forth between Oregon and Chattanooga, checking on things. But this store, I mean, we have a great team through all of our stores. You get some people, we've had issues with some of our employees and, they no longer work there. But it's one of those things, it's like everything happens for a reason. And we are truly blessed with the team that we have right now. And we always have been. I mean, it doesn't matter if they were there for a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a couple of years. It was all part of our path, right? So that's what makes it, you got to meet different people and on their path too. So it's been a lot of fun. Absolutely a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what these next couple of years do.
So, family camp for 2021. Did we miss it or was it canceled?
We didn't do it. We just didn't do it. We ran out of time and we just didn't get spots because like most things were closed, like for big group gatherings. And that's one thing actually we're working on right now. So the last couple of weeks we've been working on that to have one for the West Coast, the East Coast, and one in between.
Nice.
So that'll be a big thing because we're not going to do a ton of shows this year. We would rather do the cookouts, campouts, hanging out with family, and just enjoying what's out there, I guess.
Sorry, I was distracted by the comments here. So I'm going to ask, do you plan on getting to any of the expos this year? And in the comments, CK Knife and Tool asks if you're going to the Northwest Overland Rally in Plain.
As of right now, we don't have plans for those. I know we called on a couple of expos and they were already full, just because we haven't done anything for 2 years. And so you kind of got off the path a little bit. But we will be at the Southeast Overland Expo down in Florida coming up here. Excuse me. We will be at what is it? More Expo in Missouri.
Oh wow,
so we'll
that's
be over
awesome.
there also.
Isn't that coming up? Is that coming up in March? I think.
Yes, sir.
It's cool. So you'll get to meet Lee from Overland Radio and Michael, who does a show on Overland Radio also.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm sure you get to meet those guys. So not many expos this year, but definitely some CVT camps. So I'm looking forward to that. I know I had a blast when I went 2 years ago. I got to meet people. I'm a little bit of an introvert, even though it might not seem like it online. I'm exuberant, but in those big group settings, I'm a little bit of an introvert. But I still got to meet some cool people and have a good time.
That was the one we had by Paulina Lake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
a
good time.
Great time. And that was a beautiful little campsite with that little creek there and everything. Yep. It was neat. So yeah. Well, let's we got some other news that we brought you on to talk about. Ben, why don't you lead us off here with talking about the acquisition of CVT?
Yeah, so did we share that on the show, the story? I believe we did.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
We did.
Yeah.
So what was it? I think 2 weeks ago it was announced that you guys had been acquisitioned by Gather Outdoors. So tell us about that. How'd that go and come about, and what's it mean?
Well, it's actually pretty exciting. We knew that it was getting close for us to get out. And like I said to you guys before the show, commercially, overlanding is kind of moving away from the good old boys just hanging out and having a good time, and it's becoming very commercialized. And we just knew that, you got people like Dometic and all these other people that are buying rooftop tent companies and rack companies and just so on and so forth. And it's like, we just knew, could we continue to grow and can we stay where we are? Yeah, but we knew that we probably eventually get swallowed up by big companies. And so we just put it out on the market. We had someone that was buying us last January and we walked away from that deal. And then this came along where we put ourselves on the market. And you know what? We just got the right company put into the right place with all the right things. And their views and their ideas with Gather, I was very impressed with them from the very beginning. They are about family. They're about, bringing in great products. They're about customer service. There are a lot of things of what we already are. So to listen to them, from all the way to the top, all the way down to the employees, and then, they have a bunch of other brands with them. You got Orca, you have Climate out of Utah, you have GCI Outdoors. So you got, those rocking chairs. And what was the other one? Oh, Rightline. It's roof bags for the top of your car. So we have a great opportunity to really collab and grow together we've been looking for a lot of this stuff anyway. We've been looking for chairs. We've been looking for tables. We've been looking for other sleeping bags. We've been looking for all sorts of different things. And joining with Gather has brought all that into is going to be bringing that all into our stores. So we're super excited about that.
That's awesome that you'll be able to sell their wares and things. Look at that chair.
So I've got one of those chairs. I've not got that one. It's more of like your traditional camp chair, your traditional like $10 Walmart looking chair kind of, but it's got the strut in the back so you can rock back and forth. And my wife loves that chair. That's who we got it for. It's one of her favorite chairs.
We have our CVT chairs and they're extremely comfortable.
They are.
But I mean, landed was costing us like 65, 70 something dollars. Ooh. And so we had to sell it for, I think it's $95 we had of that. And that's not much of a markup. Where you can buy that chair you just saw right there for like $60, I'm guessing. How do you compete with that? Hey, you know what though? Our customer is very loyal to the brand. They bought all of our chairs out, fortunately. Yeah. They did. And Corona. But we're very blessed to have all that.
I only heard people when your chairs came up say it's one of the most comfortable chairs on the market.
Yep.
So, and
because
of that, I heard more people say, "Well, then I'm going to go buy that chair." So,
what's funny is I sat in that chair for the first time. I go, "This is the chair. This is it." It didn't cut off the circulation on your legs. Right, it had a nice higher back. It was comfortable. Now, it wasn't one of those ones that you fall asleep in, but it was comfortable. Most definitely was comfortable. Yeah. But $95, crap. I mean, then I'm seeing chairs out there for like $100, $150. I'm like, what happened to the good old days?
Or you get some of those crazy wood ones that have the leather or cloth or whatever from the back of Overland Journal magazine. Yeah.
I guess everything has its niche, right?
Yeah, if you really want to spend some money. So what does this mean for you, Bobby, as the one who built the company from the ground up? What's happening to Bobby with CVT?
Well, Bobby will be staying with CVT for at least a couple of years. That's my ride right now. My wife will be Jamie. She'll be walking away in like 3 to 6 months to give her some rest and get her some time to get out there and do something different. It's been a long 12 years, right? Partner with Fox or King Sharks. It's been a long 12 years, and it hasn't been easy on our relationship, but it is one that we worked through to get to where we are today.
Yeah.
So how's CVT going to grow because of this? Is this going to help CVT grow? Are we going to see more stores?
Yes. So we're opening up one in Utah. I'm sorry, I can't. Starts with a K, just 20 minutes north of Salt Lake. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I apologize. But we're going to be opening up a showroom install area there at Climate itself. And then Climate will be carrying the gear from all the other companies also. So it'll be kind of your one stop. All of our other stores, as far as CVT goes, will be, filling those stores with the other products from the other companies. I know I want to open up other stores, but we'll see what happens with what the company's direction. So far, everything's been in the right direction. Great guys to work with. It's more meetings than I've ever done in my life, and it wears me out like crazy because I'm not used to meetings. I'm like, well, let's just go to work, right? Not talk for an hour or two or all day. But, there's a lot to learn about each company. There's a lot to take in. I know we're going to be using different products and different platforms to be able to communicate through them and with one another to make things easier. Like we'll be having a call center soon, so it will just be coming into a CVT call center, so it doesn't take up all of our sales team's time, so they can focus on the walk-ins and the installs. So those are things that we're looking at doing, and really bringing this into, I guess, just a bigger company.
You say call center, you're not talking like India though, right?
No. It's one of our team.
just joking. It was the town just north of Salt Lake called Kaysville, Kays,
Yeah,
Kaysville.
thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's where Climate's at.
Gotcha.
And that's a great team of people over there too. I've been extremely impressed with all the people that I've met so far. Their direction and their drive is everything that we wanted at CVT and have done. So to walk into meeting these people, of course, the first thing you think of is like, oh, great, here we go, type of a thing. But after meeting them and spending time with them, I'm impressed with all the groups. The CEO, I haven't met the COO yet, but Keith is CEO, very nice guy. Corey, who runs Climate, Lauren, who runs Right Line. I haven't met any of the other ones, but well, I've seen them on meetings, I guess. But super, super excited about where this can go. I really am. And the growth with the tents that we got coming in. Is CVT going to start calling me to let me know that my warranty has expired? Wait, you haven't got a call yet?
Well, then you're already past due.
Yeah, post your phone number up on here so we can forward it to CVT.
Yeah.
No, not your phone number, Bobby.
Oh, I apologize. But I think the big thing for me, and I just wanted to finish off what I was saying there, but the big thing for me is there's a lot of weight being taken off my shoulders, right? Whether it be social media, whether it be some of the other things, because, you know, my wife and I have carried this company, so to speak, for a long time, and we've done a lot of things where we should have had people hired. But I mean, how else do you build an inventory and a brand by giving up some of the things that you've wanted, right? So I'm glad that this is an opportunity for her to be able to do some things that she couldn't do before. And, you know, when I'm done, then we can do some things together. I'm looking forward to that day. Again, just extremely blessed. But I want to get out camping more. I want to start doing more the product testing and just getting outside, man. I miss outside. You guys know, like the first 5 years, I lived in a rooftop tent traveling around the country. The next 5.5 years, I lived in the front seat of my truck. So I'm thankful not to be in that truck living anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think my drive time is going to cut way down. I guess I'll probably start flying sometimes. But I mean, it'd be great to get a couple people that could drive and just haul product from Vegas to Chad or to Utah or to Texas. Because I'd love to open a store in Austin and the Northeast. Still, the Northeast is still on my heart. It just wasn't time when we went up there and looked at it. But I think Austin is calling us. So we'll see what we got to do to make that happen.
Yeah, working in the industry, it's funny. I worked in the gun industry, and now I'm working in the automotive. You don't get to spend as much time doing those hobbies that you're helping other people can do. It's like,
No,
you must get out and wheel all the time. It's like, no, I'm busy fixing my stuff or your stuff all the time. So,
yeah.
The one thing I'm very grateful for COVID for was when they called it off and started shutting everything down. I literally jumped in the Gladiator and I went camping for 5 weeks. So, you know, I was in Bishop, California. I was in Hurricane. I was in Utah. I was everywhere. So I am so grateful that I got to do that and just spend time out in the mountains. That I'm extremely grateful for. And hopefully we'll get to do more of this, more of what my wife wants to do and more of what I want to do. But, you know, we always do it together. We don't do it separately. So it's enjoyable.
When you completely retire, I need you to come up to my house and paint some interior trim for me. I need to get you back to your roots.
I still love painting, man. I actually painted a couple houses last year, a fourplex and a custom home.
Oh my goodness, dude. Because
I literally went home for a week and I painted the exterior of a custom home and I painted the exterior of a fourplex. Isn't that funny?
That is funny, but I'm not sure if it's really, really funny. It's almost sad.
Why? Because I love painting.
Punishment.
Man, just some things you can't get out of your blood.
And that's okay. That's okay.
I don't mind coming up and helping you. As long as my wife doesn't hear this podcast. You've got to learn to say no.
Mm-hmm.
I hear
She's
that
always telling me that. You've got to say no. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, no, I'm not going to say no.
So
it's been a long 12 years, and the one thing I love the most about CVT and what we've done is the relationships that we've built in these 12 years. I am so grateful and so blessed for all of our customers. There's some I've never got to meet, but what a true blessing this has all been. Absolutely. And they're not changing the name of CVT. They're not getting rid of our employees because it is a brand. I think the one thing that where Thule messed up was killing the Tepui brand, right? By taking it in and making it a Thule instead of carrying on the Tepui name, because that's how the brand was built. Now, making a couple of models of the Thule to sell in stores, that's one thing. But to kill Tepui, man, that probably broke Evan's heart. And we didn't want that. It didn't matter how much money. My wife and I agreed that if they're changing the name, we're not selling to them. We just won't. And if the employees are leaving, we're not selling to them. We're not doing it.
It says a lot right there. You care about your employees and you care about the product you built.
It's so weird that we're sitting here talking about this. I never thought this would ever happen. You know what I mean? I don't think it's really hit me yet just because I'm still working every day. But it might.
So, I mean, we've talked a bit about new stores and new products coming out, but what besides those chairs can you see showing up in the CVT showrooms?
Wow. We brought over some blankets. We brought over hammocks. We brought over sleeping bags. They got some sheets also. The coolers, the tumblers, duffel bags. And there's going to be some product collabs. Sorry, not collab. But even the product that's like the Hydro Flask, like what you have there, you know what I mean? We have those, the Orca double walled stainless steel drink tumblers or whatever they're called. Mm-hmm. So those are things we're excited about. And outside of that, that's a lot of product to take in, right? From what those other companies have. Because they have like a lot of sleeping bags. They have some great comforters, so to speak, blankets. I was very, very impressed with those and looking forward to getting those on the shelves. And then they also have, they have what do they call those air things you sleep on? Air mattress, right? So they have those. They have air pillows. They have air seats. So just sitting on a bench, you can pop, your air seat, I guess. So I'm really excited about getting the products in and see how well how well people like them.
And they have the light tubes. Those are cool.
The what's that?
The light tubes.
Yeah, we'll be bringing those in too. That's another thing I really liked.
What's a light tube?
Your new UFO, is it the UFO?
Oh, the UFO light and the CVT work light. I don't think the work light's on there. I'll tell you this much. I am shocked we sell as much shit as we do with a shitty ass website. CVT was the first brand RTT I saw in real life. It's a name that will stick with me. Glad to see it staying. So, oh my gosh, I just want to freaking cry. Thank you, Travis.
Yeah.
Aaron, that's the air light. So it's like an inflatable light. You inflate it up, and then it's got a little LED in it, and it lights it up, and it nifty.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's pretty interesting. It looks
they do have some great products.
Shenanigans with that.
And we're hoping that, we can help them grow. That's another big thing, is helping them grow,
Yeah. Well, can you tell us where we can find CVT, where socials are, your websites, things like that?
Yeah, you can find us at CascadiaTints.com. You can find us at CVT Tints on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at CVT Cascadia Vehicle Tints, Twitter, and now we're on TikTok. I started that. It's been extremely slow.
Are you doing all the dances or something?
Man, I love TikTok. I'll tell you what, I got some of the best recipes off that thing.
Huh?
So all I need to do is eat more food, but they got some good stuff on there.
I've gotten good laughs from TikTok. I'll leave it there.
Oh my gosh, there's some great stuff on there. Great stuff.
Well, we want to thank everybody. Oh, go ahead, Bobby.
Go ahead, but go ahead. No, I just want to tell you guys thank you. Thank you for having me on. I love that you guys invited me to be on here, and I love that. I truly appreciate that. My wife and I will be doing a video. We'll be going live where we can let people know, what's going on, kind of the direction, kind of everything we talked about. It's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, we do know that we didn't have the money that other people do to grow a business. We don't have bank loans. We didn't have all that stuff because who knows why. But we just knew that you've got to have money to grow. And we finally took it to where we think as far as we could take it.
Well,
and
when
so
you
I'm
go
excited
live,
about the growth.
Let us know when you're going to go live, and we'll share it on our channels too. And
that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll spit it out there for everybody to see that, because we're big CVT fans since day one. We've just loved what you do, and your products are great. Your products are great, but it's your service that makes us love CVT. So,
thank you. I truly appreciate that. It's very kind.
Your friendship. Gotta leave that.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny. I got home from work and I said, she's asked me who I'm recording with tonight. I'm like, oh, it's Bobby. And she's like, from the tent guy. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, tell him hi. So
we'll tell the wife hello.
Yeah, we'll do.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for listening to us every week and tuning in live on the YouTubes and on the Facebooks and everything. I don't think we're going to get a TikTok anytime soon, but who knows? Ben loves TikTok. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure you're sharing us with your friends and helping us grow. And God bless America.
Don't forget to visit Patriot Patch and join the Patch of the Month Club. Check out our Gaia affiliate link for up to 40% off. Also, don't forget to head over to Warren Medical Gear Outfitters and Kobe Valve to see all their great gear. We're a proud part of the Firearms Radio Network. Got a comment or question? Send it to us through our webpage at firearmsradio.net or through our social media channels by searching for Offroad Podcast. Also, you can listen to us live at overlandradio.com Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific. When off-road, please remember to have fun, tread lightly, be safe, and courteous. Thanks for listening.